I will do one example, and then you guys can have a go after. Okay. What is? Find out the formula for the area of this thing here. So it's really you've got a vertical rectangle, and this length here is A. The height is B, and this in effect is half of a circle. So the circle being the center here. So to find out the area of this, let's work out the rectangle first. So basically, to work out the area of a rectangle, it's just this the length times the height, which is AB. Okay, so the area of this rectangle is just AB. Now, for half of the circle here, work out a full circle and then divide it by 2. But then in order to work out the area of the full circle, you need the radius. And here, but A, we've only been given A. A is from here all the way to here. But we need only half of it. So the radius here is A over 2, and it exists in a bubble. Okay? So the radius here is A over 2. Area equals pi r squared. Let's work out the whole circle first. So remember, this is our radius here, A over 2. So we've got to put A over 2 into the radius, okay? So now it's pi, and then bracket A over 2, and then we've got to square it, okay? So don't forget this. At the moment we are working out the full circle. Later on we will have to divide it by 2. So let's have a look at this bit here. This bit here is quite complicated. So find a blank space somewhere, and then do A over 2 times A over 2. Where's my blank space? Let's do it here. So A over 2 times A over 2. So it's a fraction times a fraction. So top times top, that would be A squared. Bottom times bottom, that would be 4. So that this here is what's in that purple square here. So it will be pi times A squared over 4. Okay. This pi here is multiplying a fraction, so it goes to the top. So it would be A squared pi, or pi A squared, it's up to you, over 4. Okay, and remember, this is a full circle. So A here, this is a full circle. Now we have to divide it by 2. So over here, I'm going to make up a symbol. Let's say half of that full circle equals A squared pi over 4. Remember, this is the full circle here, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. Most people they would do this whole thing, and then divide it by 2. So they've got a fraction within a fraction. It looks really ugly. Every time you have a fraction within a fraction, do like this. Okay, so it's basically a full circle here divided by 2, and then here you've got well, you know, when you divide a fraction, it gets multiplied to the bottom. Okay, so this thing gets multiplied to the bottom. I've explained this in the past, so if you don't understand, scroll back to one of the earlier videos. So it gets multiplied to the bottom, so it will be A squared pi over 8. And remember, this is our half of a circle. So this thing here is what should go in here. So what was it? A squared pi over 8. So what's in here is A squared pi over 8. That's the area of the semicircle. And remember, this is in terms of A. A is this, even though A is this whole length here, it's not really the radius, we can still work it out in terms of A. Can you see that? We've got the area in terms of A. Basically, we just divided by A, and then we got the radius, and then put half of the A into the R. Well, anyway, so the formula for the area of this thing is AB plus this thing here. Okay, so let's do it. So the total area equals AB plus, what was it? A squared pi over 8. So now you've got this this thing here plus this thing. Let's merge the two together. So let's cheat and write this as a fraction, AB over 1, and this thing here remains the same, over 8. Okay, and then times top and bottom by 8 here in order to add but here we've got two fractions. In order to add fractions, the two numbers at the bottom, the two denominators, have to be the same. That's why we're timesing top and bottom by 8. So here it would be 8ab over 8, and over here it would be a squared pi over 8. And then now the two denominators are the same, then merge the two. So it will be AB plus a squared pi over 8. So this is our total area. So this is our answer here. This is the formula for the area of this thing here. The reason why it's so complicated is because A is not the radius. A is the whole length here. So in order to find out the radius, you have to divide it by 2. Okay. In the next video, I will give you a similar one that you can do. Okay.